go. We're live?
Yeah, you're live.
We're live? The first musical performance ever? All right, Chris, you do your thing.
Do my thing. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people over the age of 18. Actually, it's okay if you're a little younger in this one.
Yeah,
It's okay if you're not 18 to watch this one. We are Advice Unfiltered. It's day. We have some special guests. I love to say. This is Karen right here. Hi.
Hello.
How you doing? So
I'm
Karen,
good.
tell
How
everybody
are
who you are. What are we doing here?
So I am Karen Burr, and the reason I'm here today is because of Music for All Seasons. And Music for All Seasons was created by my parents, who are both concert pianists, and that's the late Brian Dallow and Rena Fruchter. And they created Music for All Seasons in 1991. And the way that came about was because my mother, who's a concert pianist, had a series of concerts in California that she was going to perform. And she called a local nursing home and said, can I come and play in your facility so that I can practice? And they said, sure. So she went there and she played, and she was blown away by the reaction of the patients there. And people were singing and dancing, and people that really hadn't moved much. And she's like, wow, the live music here is so amazing. So she said, she went home and she talked to my dad, and she said, there's a need here. So they created Music for All Seasons. So it began as a way to bring music to people who are confined. So nursing homes, children's hospitals, convalescent centers, prisons, at-risk teens, anywhere where people were in a location that they couldn't get out, they brought music to them. And then in 2011, my father, with a prior board member, Ellen Kulka, they decided that they wanted to help another population, and that was the veterans. And they said the veterans...
Go back.
There go. That's what I'm talking about.
So what they did was they created this program called Voices of Valor. And they bring groups of veterans together, and it's anywhere between 10 to 15 people. And they had no prior musical experience is necessary. So they don't have to be singers. They don't have to have done anything, but they get them together and they bring a professional musician, a lyricist, and also a psychology mentor to help them with whatever they're processing during the program. During the series. And it's a 9-week cycle that they go weekly and meet with the veterans, and they create music.
That's amazing.
So they create
That's
songs.
amazing. That is what a great cause.
Yeah, it's
right?
really, really cool.
What a great cause. That's amazing. We're so happy to be a part of it, me and Tony. We've been talking about it for months. The
Thank
fact that
you
we could
so
actually
much.
go and be a part of this. Thank you for letting me be a part of it.
Of course.
Yeah, I know for me, the bigger part was the fact that you don't have to be able to sing to be a part of it. So I was totally like, this is what I'm meant to do.
They didn't tell you, Tony, but you do have to be able to dance.
Yeah, that's fine. I can make that work. I was like, oh, cool. I was like, I've been practicing my karaoke for so long. I'm like, I'm in. But I think the most impressive part to us when we've worked with you before, and obviously in Common Ground, is the fact that it's not just about the music, because all of us know, especially when we're sad. Shout out to my son who's going through this now, and if you're watching, you're sad. What music heals, and that's essentially, a lot of us really love those songs in the car and those crying moments, and we feel great about it, and it helps us process the trauma. But I really appreciate about what you're doing and your family's done is not only is about the music, but you're bringing in a psychologist too. You're bringing people to not only help them write a song, but it's also really about getting a lot of that trauma out. And I know when we coach people, a lot of what we talk about is not that, when you have that trauma, one of the worst things you can do is feel like you have to lock it inside. So getting it out and seeing that expression, when we've seen it before with working with you, is just amazing. So
Yeah, you saw it with Voices of Change too. So there are voices programs, Voices of Valor, Voices of Change, Voices of Empowerment, and Voices of Change was working with children that are in need of healing. So they worked with kids in the Boys and Girls Club, and the one that you guys saw was with Common Ground Grief Center. And the kids got together and sang a song about their loved one that they lost. It's amazing.
Wow, that was an amazing event. The Common Ground one, that was an amazing event. The kids did amazing. They were so brave. That little girl that went up there and she said, my daddy and stuff, dude. I was crying. Everybody else in the audience was crying. I'm like, oh, it was amazing, man. Common Ground thing, and what a great cause. And we raised a lot of money for that. So that's something we want to bring to everybody's attention, is that this also you could be a part of, right? So people can also buy tickets to this.
Yes.
Right.
So what we're doing is we're celebrating the 35th anniversary of Music for All Seasons. Been around since 1991, 35 years. And we are also, it's going to be a tribute to the founders, my parents, and that's going to be at the Liberty House in Jersey City, and that's November 9th. Yeah. And Bo Derek is chairing the event. Very exciting.
I know Chris is ridiculously excited. He lit up. He's like, hey, Bo Derek,
Bo Derek. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm excited. I mean, I can't wait. I can't wait to meet Bo Derek. That's gonna be awesome, man. You know. Whoa.
Whoa!
Save that.
That's how you know we're live.
That was a close one, right? That would have been bad. That would have been really bad. No, I'm very excited to meet Bo Derek. You know what I mean? And then we have a special note from another guy, Mr. Stewart himself, right?
John Stewart.
Mr. John Stewart.
John
we got a
Stewart.
video from John Stewart for
Showing his support.
showing his support for the organization. And let's put this out there right now. So if people want to sponsor the event, they want to buy tickets to the event, where do they go to do that?
So we are going to have in the show notes a link to it's a Give Butter link, and you can click on that to buy tickets and also to buy a sponsorship. It all goes to the same place with the information. And you can also go to musicforallseasons.org, and that will lead you to the event itself and to donations and the page.
And when you're looking at sponsors, I'm sure there's tiers of these things, right? And you buy tickets. I know the last time we did this, if you donate to a high enough tier to become a sponsor, do they get and you should, you're watching out there. Do they get tickets with their sponsorship depending on the tier?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's exciting. So, and that's going to be November 9th. And is it a Saturday?
It's a Monday.
It's a Monday.
It's
No,
right
it's a
before
Monday.
Veterans Day.
Yeah, it's a Monday. It's before Veterans Day, and
It's
got a great venue.
Yes.
Everybody I've talked about it thinks it's a great venue. Think it's a beautiful thing. So it's gonna be exciting. We'll all be there. So come and check us out. We'll all be there.
Veterans are going to be performing as well.
Yes.
So we'll have more.
Veterans of Valor, right? Or Valor for Veterans.
Voices of Valor.
I knew that. Voices of Valor.
I had show
I
notes
was
on
making
this.
sure
I had
you
show
knew.
notes.
That's what I was doing. I was
You were
making sure you knew. I was
Voices of
testing.
Valor.
There's lots
'Cause
of
we
voices
kept messing
going
up.
We'll get it.
Yeah. No, very exciting. So again, that's November 9th, right?
November 9th.
November 9th. Is there anything else you want to tell them that they should know?
No, I think honestly, just tune in, help out, come support us, support the veterans. It's amazing work that Music for All Seasons has been doing since 2011 with the veterans. They have almost 100 songs that are recorded on YouTube. And if you look up on YouTube, Music for All Seasons, Voices of Valor, you'll come across the videos, and then the Voices of Change.
Well, maybe we can put that link up there too.
Yeah.
When it's all done, we can put that link up there too and get that on there. You know what I mean?
And we're going to need your help here, though, because go ahead.
No, I wanted to thank Retro Media Studios. That's
Yeah,
where we
so
are
say-
in Red Bank.
Yeah.
Retro Media
Retro Media
Studios
Studios
has
in
opened
Red
up
Bank.
their space here for us, and we also this is where we were able to record the Voices of Change,
Yeah.
and the kids were blown away to be recording in an actual
studio.
studio. It was so cool. For
That's
them.
always good. Those kids did an amazing job. My favorite part was like growing, I thought it was really good.
Yeah,
She
That was
killed
my
it.
daughter,
Your daughter,
Ava.
that's right. It was your daughter. That's right.
Who
She
was
killed that.
girl? She
I
was
again, just
amazing.
checking to make sure you knew. Just making sure you knew
She
it was your
was
kid.
awesome. Whose child was she?
And we have the Voices of Valor. Some of the musicians from Music for All Seasons that have done so many of these programs. Ron Haney,
Yeah.
Dave Ramelis, and then Jed Dagot is our psychology mentor, and they're all here. Jed's almost here, and they're all here with us today. And we also have a special guest, Michael Geegan, that
Yeah.
Tony was able to connect with, helping us out and playing the saxophone, which is really
That's pretty
exciting.
wild, man. That's
There's
pretty
no
cool.
better sexy intro on the planet.
Yeah.
Better than a saxophone,
So
right? Than a
I
saxophone.
always get jealous when he plays. It's good.
You're absolutely right. I mean, the thing about music that really resonates with everybody. I have a friend of mine that says music too all the time, and they ask me why are you constantly sending me music? I'm like, it's the best way to remember somebody. I was like, you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things that like when you listen to a song, it could be 30, 50, 60 years from now, and you can remember the exact moment where you heard that song, who was with you when you heard that song, and everything else. I think it's one of the only things in life, besides movies maybe, that you actually have that emotional, physical connection with that you can just literally go time travel right back to that spot. You know what I mean? Like music resonates with everybody. Like it's just one of those universal things. So I mean, it's very cool. I think it's a great idea that you guys did. Your family came up with this. Your mom and dad came up with this and I think it's great. I'm so happy to be part of it.
Yeah, thank you so much. I mean, it was such an amazing thing to grow up with parents who just gave back their entire life.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, how cool is that?
really, really awesome.
Right?
Yeah,
Lucky you.
Yeah.
Lucky you. Well, we're definitely going to need your help here because the next person we want to bring on is Ron.
Yes.
You know, obviously Ron has been a part of the organization and helped out, and his accolades, and I mean, just are so many. But I was hoping you could help intro him, and we could bring him out here, and he can also tell us a little bit about his part of his role, what it means to him. So, could you give us a little intro for Ron.
Oh gosh, you're putting me on the
Yeah,
spot.
putting
here.
you on the spot here.
I know.
Yeah.
I know, because
And he's watching, by
Hi,
the way, so
Ron.
you got to come through for it.
Ron Haney is so talented. He's absolutely amazing with not only the veterans and Voices of Valor, but with Voices of Change. I mean, the kids immediately connected with him in, just one session. And the accolades, I mean, he's done so much stuff. And I know that, he's worked with Alicia Keys. But I don't know all the details. He's going to have to.
So many.
I know there are so many, but Ron Haney, really, we're just so honored to have him work with us as much as he does, and to give back like the way that he does, and every day with us.
Cool.
Ron,
Let's bring Ronnie on
so
here.
thank you, Karen. We'll bring you
Let's
back on. All right.
Let's bring on Ron.
What's going on? Good to see you again. 5 minutes ago. There you go.
What's up, my friend?
All right.
I'm doing good.
Welcome
How are you?
aboard.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. You excited?
Yeah, you guys are even better looking in person. It's a bit overwhelming.
Got 3 silver foxes here. We're good.
We're good.
Yeah, we're good.
You asked Karen for some of the accolades, and the accolades don't matter because it's about the program. And
Yeah.
when you do this, it's literally just putting the work first. And you said it so succinctly about what music does and how it works in people's lives. And we get to go in with people who don't have a lot of musical experience and translate some of their thoughts and whatever they're going through and create something and make something into a space where something didn't used to exist. And when you're taking energy that could go one way or another, I imagine being a veteran is tough. I can't relate with all the veterans on their service, of course, and what they've been through, but I can imagine it's a very insular group community that, only other veterans know what they've been through. So in a way, for us, it's a blessing to even get in there with them. And, when they look at us and like, well, what are we going to do musically? Like, I can't sing. I'm like, wait till you hear me sing. Like, it'll be inspiring. And it really is about emptying yourself out and just being open to the message, because these guys all have a lot to say. Every group we've worked with, whether it's last month or 8 years ago, like, these guys stay with me. It's the stories they tell, the places they've been, the things they've seen. Some are angry and they're angry about things they saw or things they did. Some are in a really good place and just want to write happy songs, which is sort of antithetical to what you would think with veterans. They have all this pent up anger and things that they need to write about and say. But that's why it's imperative for us to be open to whatever it is. And so when we go in, we have a basic. Was there a question, or am I just?
No, you're good.
No, you're good, Ron. You're good. Bro, you're good, man.
Awesome.
There was none. You're good.
Interject anytime.
Yeah.
When we go in, there's a basic curriculum, basic, but the most important thing is make it up. Go in, show up, and be open to anything, and see where it takes you. Because
if I had to chime in, if anything, you're a soundboard.
Exactly.
So that's exactly what you are, right? I mean, that's basically you're taking somebody's emotions, letting them bounce off you, and creating music out of that.
1,000%. And for us and everyone I'm lucky enough to write with and do this, be a part of this organization with, it's something that we didn't know that we needed in our lives. If you understand, like we're always striving. I'm sure, Michael's going to tell great stories about the places he's been, the things he's seen. And we have this great music community here in Monmouth County of people who lift each other up and are always trying to help one another. But when this came to my attention and I became a part of this organization, I was like, how am I going to do this? This is, I don't know anything about being a veteran. And I just found, like I said, it's showing up and just being open to whatever it is. And the thing about me is, one of the things that I do have in common with the veterans is I got a lot of years of sobriety. I got, I'm working on, I'm in my 36th year.
Right on, bro. Let's go. That's awesome, man.
Chris is also, Chris is in his 10th or 11th year, right?
11 years.
Come on.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, so congratulations to you guys. Yeah.
So that's the thing I always say to the guys, like, what you've been through and what you've seen, it's like, I'm all ears. Just, just put it up on the board and we get these big Post-it notes that are like 5 feet big, and we put them on the wall and we start writing their ideas. And, but when it comes to sobriety, like, ask me anything you want. Like, if you're new to this and this is something that you're trying out, that's not explicitly what this program is about, of course, but it's part of it, right? And life is part of it. So when we get there, sometimes it's like, do you guys know that Marvin Gaye song, What's Going On? Yeah, can we sing that? Yeah, let's sing that.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, like, the people whose body language when you entered
was
like that, all of a sudden everyone's singing and everyone's a part of it. And then you just see, oh, okay, that's what music does. And
It's the human connection.
yeah, exactly.
It doesn't. So I tell people all the time, man. What part of the things that we talk about, especially when it comes to mental health, is I'm a firm believer that we all learn the same life lessons. Some of us had to take different roads, or ride on different buses. Some of us at the bus station a little longer than they should, right? So I think when it comes down to whether it be the vets or sobriety or trauma from a loss of a loved one, I think we all have learned that same life lesson, just have different teachers. I think that's why you're able to relate to them on a level that's human, because you understand that there is trauma, there is pain. You know what I mean? So, and I think you're able to relate that through your music.
And like I said, there's not really a rule book. Like, when you go in, it's not like, we're going to do this and we're going to do it my way. It's never like that, because there's not, as any musician knows, there's not one way to write a song. There's many ways to write a song. And as you navigate through the course of this program, you don't really know the twists and turns. Like, sometimes someone just has a really solid idea, and we're going to write, like, the group that's here today is different in this way. A lot of the federally run homes we go to, people are much more transient, right? You got wide age group, you have kids who are really angry. They've come home and, what just happened. And then, you have some older people, but there's a lot of moving around. There's relapses in terms of sobriety. There's people trying to reacclimate into society. The group that you're going to meet today, these guys are working on a record. I mean, these guys, a friend, I call him a friend now, Bruce, started Soldier On, and it's an amazing program, and it's one of the nicest facilities that we've seen. And you got guys who are friends and working on, like, just these people, like, we're on a hugging basis. That's not normal for what we do generally, because you get a lot of trauma, right? And I don't know nothing about nothing. I don't know nothing about trauma. You know what I mean? But I know how to connect with people sometimes, because I pray a lot, and, whatever gets me there. And, but these guys are people that, like I said, I think we've done 4 songs with them already. And it's really quite amazing, because I went to see them the other day and we talked about it a little bit. Like, we're like old friends. Like, a couple of them reach out, how you doing? How's the kids? Which is really
awesome.
Yeah.
When I think about especially what you're talking about, no matter what trauma people go through, it's almost impossible. It's really impossible, to your point, unless you're a veteran, to understand, what that's like. I know we had an episode during June for Men's Mental Health, where we had some of the veterans come on, and a lot of what they talked about was that transition, coming back to being a civilian, and there's no gap there helping, and really what that felt like, and when we talk about trauma, I think what's beautiful about what you guys do is, one thing is, so many of us want to shove it down, right? And you're giving people an opportunity how to get it out. And when it's out, there's a relief behind it. But I think what's beautiful about the music and what all of you do is then you're able to fill that empty space with friendship, love, music, the things that really, at the end of the day, to Chris's point, the human connection. So not only can you get that trauma out through what you guys do, but you found something to replace it, right?
I'm so glad you said that, because that's a crucial part of the whole thing, is the camaraderie. It's the collaborative effort, like
Building that community.
Totally. Yeah. And with these guys, like, I just say because they're here in the room with us, but
not just because you're here, guys, but
I would say behind your back too.
You should hear what I was gonna say. Exactly. But it is that. It's like someone has an idea, but it's not my idea, and it's not his idea, and it's our idea. So we need to see what's going to work for everyone. Yeah. So as we're going through the process, you see some people, like, the moment they're letting go their precious let's
ego,
say,
their pride.
well,
Their,
there's one little morsel of an idea that they really kind of liked.
yeah.
And if it gets shot down, that's majority rules, you know.
Yeah.
We kind of got to roll with that. Sometimes there's someone who's like, I don't sing, I only rap. Great, let's make a bridge. Where
Yeah.
you rap,
Yeah.
because it doesn't matter. We did a song during the pandemic, like the height of the pandemic. This is, you know, the height of the craziness. And looking back now, it's going to sound even more ridiculous, but I'm going to say it because it needs to be said. We worked with this group out of way South Jersey and Philadelphia, and these ladies are similar to them in that I think they've done 5 songs now. Really spectacular. Along Route 70, we met at the Red Lion Diner on the circle there in the 95-degree heat, wearing paper masks and face shields.
That's amazing.
Outside, sitting by the garbage dump, like me, like playing, because we couldn't go inside, and we're all like 15 feet apart. Like I'm playing guitar, like screaming.
Somebody videotape that, because that'd be a great video.
Amazing.
That'd be an
Great.
amazing,
Like,
amazing
put it in
music
the
video.
museum, bro.
This was going on in 2019, freaking COVID.
Well, 2020.
2020, I'm sorry, 2020.
Would
Yeah.
have been so, but the thing I was going to say about it was, these ladies wanted to write about everything that was impending at that moment. The election was coming up, COVID, like funerals had happened that they weren't allowed to go to. They were angry about, like, you name a social, Black Lives Matter was a big thing at that time. So anything that was going on, they're like, we want to sing about that, not during the body of the song, but in the bridge. And my writing partner, Jen, was like,
It's a lot.
You can't fit it all in. They're like, no, we're going to fit it all in. And we're kind of like, you know what the answer to that is? It's your song. So it doesn't matter if it makes sense within the context of pop music. Like, we're not trying, like,
All I'm going to say is that REM did it, right? If you could, did they REM did it.
It's the end of the world as we know,
Right?
Ready? Leonard Bernstein.
I don't remember. No,
Come
you're
on.
going to get me there.
But that's kind of the crux of the thing. Is it's not our song, it's their song, and I'll make suggestions, right? And it's taking everyone's idea. You know, as I'm looking at you in my peripheral, I have one of my favorite human beings, Steve, over there. A lot of times I find when you have an age differential, like, where are you going to meet with these people stylistically? Because you could imagine genre is very specific to some people.
I have a 27-year-old, so I get it.
You get
Yes,
it.
I get it. I have a 27-year-old and 11-year-old, so I totally understand.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Forget my oldest son. Me and him relate because he got into his grunge area like a year ago. And he's like, Dad, have you ever heard this song? I'm like, yeah, bro. Let me introduce you to freaking, you know, My Name is Mud. And let me introduce you to freaking, you know, he's like, oh my God, let me introduce you to Beastie Boys and Rage Against the Machine and all this stuff. And we connect on all those levels. So now, like, even now, I'll send my kids music all the time. Like, I'll send them stuff all the time, you know, if we can. And like I said, it's one of those things with music that it's universally human. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter about your ethnicity. It doesn't matter what your culture is, your religion is. You can find something.
Right.
In a song, in a music, in a beat, in a drum.
Hope it stays universally human, if you know what I mean.
No, with the AI, I know. Freaking it's well. Here's the thing. I think even with the AI and everything else, and I say it's about acting, and I say it's about everything else. Yes, you can make all this stuff, right? You can make it easy, quick, and stuff like this. But you're missing the human feeling. AI can never imitate the human feeling. You can't. You can tell when somebody put passion behind the writing in the song.
Bro, I thought you were AI.
Dude, everybody.
I'm like, I'm gonna get there, and this guy's gonna be 40 pounds heavier. And I'm like, you know what I said? I said, if he's that good looking, I'm gonna imagine him in his underwear. And then I did, and I'm like, I didn't like where my head was going.
That's why when you walked in, Ron just walked by. He's like, just hit you real quick.
Yeah, no, I get that a lot. A lot of people think I'm fake. I'm a real boy.
I'm a real boy.
I'm a real person. No, but I think with the way technology is going, it'd be great for graphics and everything like that. But I think when it comes down to real storytelling, and that's why songs from like the 60s and the 70s and the 50s still resonate today. Yeah. You know, and what's going on in today's society with the government, everything else. You go back to those songs from the 50s and 60s and 70s, and they still resonate to the heart. Because they're actually storytelling, right? And I think that's why even with some of the music that you hear coming out today, even by some of the artists today, that sucks. I might be old. I may sound like my father right now, but the music sucks. Why? Because they're not storytelling. They're clickbaiting, right?
Yeah.
They're building what I call popcorn music, right?
Yeah.
It's a quick fix, quick buck. It's in and out, but there's not a story behind it, right? All the great songs, all the great movies have a legitimate, heartfelt, human connection through the feeling. AI is never going to be able to do. They'll never be able to imitate that ever.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Just back on point to Steve over here is, we bring this program to all different places. The kids at the Grief Center, as you guys saw, and you saw it at the best because you walked in at the moment the kids were creating it.
Oh yeah.
They had a verse and they had a chorus and they were like, because I remember seeing you then.
And you had you guys had the sticky notes up. I saw the whole process go down. Yeah.
And that's the thing that when people see it, they're like, I get it. You know what I mean? Like you see people responding in the moment. And I remember, because I didn't really know you, Karen was telling me a little bit about you, but I'm like, how am I going to?
There's this podcast guy. He's just going to interrupt the show and come in. Don't mind him at all.
But there's always a million things going on.
Yeah.
And we try to stay good with that. But it really was like, how am I going to resonate with these kids? Because they look at me and they see an older guy. And I get that. Like we also have this program that we do in prisons for kids, and they don't want to, like, I brought out my guitar. They're like, yeah, you could put that away. You know what I mean? Because they wanted to hear hardcore Chicago drill rap. And they looked at me and they're like, how are you going to do that? So I'm like, play me something. And they played me something like 808s. I could do that. They're like, no, you can't. So I went home and I made a beat. They're like, okay. You know, like,
you're in.
It's just,
we like
just
him.
music.
We like him.
I spent time in the studio. I could do that, whatever. But I was going to say that one of the places that I find is common ground generally is Motown. That's where I could say we got a wide range of people, at the end of the thing, like, let's all sing something together and it doesn't matter if you could sing or if you can't, like, it literally doesn't matter. Let's just sing and just like have a communal experience like you talked about. And Motown is a good place to meet. There's some other, things that have crept into the cultural lexicon that work as well. But I'm an indie rocker. Yeah. My Lucinda has like Smith's posters on the wall. My 15-year-old, which she listens to cool stuff. So I get in for the first time with these guys and we're going around the room talking about favorite bands. And this guy says XTC. I was like, I did the Kennedy head snap. I was like what? If you know XTC, they were very cerebral, cool pop band, like, very.
You see the other musicians like, yep, that's a good one.
That's a good one right there.
The band, other musicians, really, just beyond. But just back to a couple of last things I'd like to say, because I feel like I've been talking a lot. And as these guys will tell you, the first thing they're going to say is, Ron always says he hates the sound of his own voice. Do I say that, or do I always say? Because I do, but when I'm not talking about myself and talking about what I've seen. And what I've seen, you remember Woody Guthrie on his guitar had a saying, this machine kills fascists. I always say about this program saves lives. And I know this because the very first program I did was down in South Jersey, and I was nervous. And, I'm like Michael, I've been around the world. I've toured. I've seen some things.
Done some things.
But how am I going to, this is the thing that I'm doing. How am I going to make this work with these guys? And they were a little standoffish and nervous. And there was a lot of that going on. And one guy in particular just looked not together at all. And every week I would spend a little time. I started getting there a little earlier because he loved the guitar and he just wanted to know about it. Okay, so I'll come, I'll stay later, I'll play this, whatever it takes. The last day when we play the song, if Karen didn't already explain what the program is, we write for 7 weeks. In the 8th week, we go to an amazing studio like Retro Media in Red Bank. Where with my friend Adam Vaccarelli, and they get to be rock stars for a day.
That's awesome.
And it's just great. And we bring, food in, whatever it is. But the 9th week, after we spend a little time like doing, mixing it and, fixing it a little where applicable, leaving it raw, whatever it takes, the reaction from them, it's like, we did that? Like, that's us. Like,
That's
yeah, that's you, you know, and I think everyone sees what they have inside of them. So I saw this guy after the presentation of it, and this machine kills fascist moment. He came to me and he said, "You saved my life." And I was like, "How did I do that?" And he said, "Well, it was over." He said, "I had nothing more. These are the things that happened to me. I was done. I saw a flyer. You guys were coming in. What have I got to lose? I don't sing. I don't do anything." He's like, he said, "I showed up," and he said, "It was you guys." He was like, it was my partner, Jennifer Lampert. Every week, he's like, "You guys just showed up and you were all about it. You gave us all your attention and you talked in, but mostly you listened, and whatever we wanted to try, you did it." And I kept coming and I believed a little more, and it just got better and better. And he's like, now that I hear it, he's like, "I'm going to try some shit in life. I'm going to try some shit." And that's not my only story. I got another one too, which I don't have to tell because you get the idea.
Yeah.
This program saves lives. And if people could see that, they would want to be a part of what we do. The musician community, as I said, around here is very strong. It takes what Karen's mother, Rena, and her father did to build the program, but to keep it going, it's the right mix of people. It's people who are compassionate, who don't put themselves first. And, you know, when it's time to step in and say, "No, I really think this would be cool to do this," sure, whatever, but it's their song, you know?
I think you hit two key notes on there that are highly important that society misses on, right? I'm always a firm believer that some of the trauma we experience as adults is because we were spoiled as kids to a point, right? When we're kids, if we have good enough families, we're the center of attention, right? As adults, we kind of get lost in the fray of people, right? We don't get seen. We don't get listened to. I think that's two things you hit on your nail here. The guy literally said to you, "You seen me and you heard me," you know, and I think there's two things that this organization does really well, especially with the Common Grief organization with the kids. You know, I think a lot of things that a lot of people experience is because they just don't feel seen. They don't feel heard, you know, and I think that's what's great about this program is you're giving them a voice and you're giving them a presence. So that's amazing.
And those kids in Common Ground, we did that song here with Adam as well.
Yeah.
And like I said, you could see the impact it had. Their first performance of that song was in front of 1,400 people.
Yeah, it's crazy,
in
right?
Point Pleasant.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
And they're like, "Oh, this rock star stuff is easy."
Yeah.
Like, what are you guys bitching about? Like, I'm like, no, it doesn't always work.
It's not that easy to pack a crowd.
No.
Going on the road's a little harder than Point Pleasant.
Just to dot that I and cross that T, this guy who said that about we saved his life, his name was Billy. Billy sang the second line in this song, which was called Shackles. And his line that he was really married to, this is generally how it works. We get a chorus, everyone sings the chorus. Everyone on mic, group vocal, that's that moment. But the verses, we break it up to the line that people are generally married to. "Oh, I wrote that. I feel that." But overall, we have an overarching theme of what it is. His line that he wrote was, "Upon opening my eyes where nothing is mine except a pocket full of lead and my trusty shiny 9."
Wow.
And
wow, that's a good line, bro.
Bro.
That's powerful as fuck.
Hard.
Yeah, that's hard, bro. That's a hard line.
Yeah.
That's tattooed. That's how hard that shit was.
And I mean, what was that? That was 8 years ago, and I've written a million songs with these guys, but they all are special. Every single one of them stay with you because it's the experience. It's like I used to work in film, right?
Yeah.
And when you work in film, it's a small city, right? You show up and all of a sudden you have this person, there's someone in wardrobe, met someone in the office, and they have a little, they're dating now. And then there's a Ted over, you know what I mean? Because you show up on location, you build this thing together. No different with the group. We meet once a week, start going a little earlier or staying a little later, watching the game that they're going to flip on after, or listening to music or whatever it is. You're hot and heavy on it, like while you're in it. And generally there's one person who builds the track, which is usually my role. I'm not much of a lyricist. I always like to have someone like my friend Dave or my friend Jed is so good at taking all Jed is much better because I can't read Dave's handwriting for shit. My gosh. he starts writing stuff. I'm like, can anyone translate Dave up there?
So funny.
But it's really important to try to get these thoughts together, and then, what does this sound like, and what does that sound like? And so,
well, listen, that was awesome, man. I want you just to drive home again. When's this going to be, and where we're going to be?
Well, the details of it. This is going to be in November
9th.
November 9th
at this place, and we're going to be playing some of the songs. And I'm not clear. We might have a veterans group also there performing it. And my friend has instructed me this. Bo Derek is the event chair. When I meet her, I'm going to look at her and I'm going to say, they should have called the movie 11.
Well, I think, obviously we appreciate you as you guys are going to get set up, and we have Michael coming out, and we'll get everybody set up here. The one thing from my takeaway of this, and by the way, there's a lot of things, but the one last thing I would say, that point that you hit home on, is showing up.
Yeah.
And Chris talks about it all the time. We talk about it on the podcast. One of the biggest challenges for most people is just showing up. And by you guys showing up every week for them is why they show up. And that is ultimately what makes consistency and life-changing moments. Because I'm sure we all know this in sobriety moments and trauma moments. You get this help, and there's a part of you that goes, oh, okay, this is nice now, but you're going to leave me eventually. This isn't going to last. And then all of a sudden you show up again, and you show up again. And I think part of your success and the group success is the 9 weeks. And then in 9 weeks, your new friendships are born, your communities. And then all of a sudden, 9 weeks is 9 years.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate the fact you guys show up for these guys.
Yeah, I
show
love
them out.
that. And you guys too, thank you for doing this, because I saw you guys operate, and I use that word with all the love in the world. When we were down in Point Pleasant with the kids and we did the song, I saw you guys, the care you put into getting the message out, getting people to maybe pony up for these kids at a common ground. And
we were on that ship, bro.
But
I was walking on there, everybody going, did you give your money yet? I got it right here.
I know when you came up to me for the third time, I'm like, bro, I got no money to give.
Just because you work here doesn't mean you can't chip in, bro.
Come on, Ron. Come on.
But that's my point, is you guys put your money where your mouth is.
Oh, 100%.
You guys you walk the walk.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that. That's one thing we say to everybody, man, that we say if we're in, we're in. We're in 100%.
We've learned that lesson in the last few weeks.
Yeah, the last few weeks, we've had other people tell us they were in and they didn't show up. So, but we know. We know, we used to make sure that we show up for the people we show up for, and for the causes that we believe in. And this is, again, what a great cause. We're very honored to be a part of it. So thank you very much, man. I appreciate
God bless you.
Well, thank you so much. And as you guys get set up, if you don't mind, this has been so much easier for us. Karen did a great job introing you. Can you intro Michael for us? I know you.
God.
Yeah, let's intro Mike. Let's go, Mike.
Let's get on back there.
I don't even know all of Mike's history, but I don't need to know. Michael's a guy who's a stalwart of the community around here. He's the guy that everyone's like, oh, Michael Geegan. And it's not about that for Michael. He does things for the right reason. He's a great guy, surfer, owns a studio, been on tour. Like, the thing that I told everyone about, and they'll vouch for me when I said, do you know the Logical song by Supertramp? When it goes, like, Michael was on tour playing that with Supertramp. And, awesome. Everyone else is like, cool. Yeah, but he toured with Elton John. I'm like, yeah, but Supertramp.
Yeah, but Supertramp, bro, is pretty cool.
He did
like
that.
Iconic.
Iconic.
It's like hanging out with the Doobie Brothers or something. You know what I mean? It's like right there. You know what I mean?
Which Doobie you be?
Yeah, right.
You guys aren't my age. I can see that. So Michael's, he's a great guy. And this was actually a surprise for me, because when it first came up that we're going to be talking about the event coming up, I understand that Michael, and he's going to lead our wonderful veterans in with the Star Spangled Banner. But most people in this area, almost no one in this area doesn't know who Michael is. But I've had the honor to make music with him on a couple occasions, spend a little time in the studio, and he's an amazing human being. And this is what I'm saying about the program. It's not being a great musician. It's not just that. It's being an Adam Vaccarelli. It's being a Michael Geegan. It's having the compassion. And Michael's a guy who would fit in this organization because he's humble.
It's about paying it forward.
That's it.
It's about paying it forward.
Wow.
It's about
thank you so much for your part. All right,
thank you, bro. Yeah, let's give it up, man.
All right, so as you guys get set up a little bit. What we'll do, Michael, if you want to come out
Very good job, bro.
and
That was awesome. Thank you.
give us a little, give us a little of your time there, sir. So stylish and handsome. Look at you. Look at you, man. All right.
What's up, my friends? You know what I feel like right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. Mike. As I met you and I saw you sitting there playing, I felt like that sound bit where he goes, "When you think you're the coolest guy in the room," and then this guy shows up. Fucking. It's exactly how I felt. Yeah. Like, hey, you're the epitome of cool, bro.
Well, I appreciate that. When you're 7 years old and you're carrying that saxophone to school, it is not the coolest.
No, right? No, it's not, right? No,
it's absolutely the worst. It's the worst. I gotta say, I've known Ron for about 20 years, and Ron, you are the absolutely most serenely powerful force of nature I've ever known in the music community.
I love that. I love that. That's a huge compliment. I mean, Supertramp, bro.
I could go on and on and on about his accolades, and which he wouldn't do, but he covers the spectrum of music with everyone, locally, nationally. He's on such big recordings. He's done so much in major studios, and he is just the humblest, sweetest man and the most gifted writer player. He plays with everyone and they are elevated by it.
I love that. I will say this: when I first met him was at the house when I saw him with the kids and the kids were singing. And I'm one of those firm believers that like I can tell when somebody's passionate and love what they do by the smile on their faces. They see it or it's happening, and you can see it on his face. Yeah, he's had huge dimples, bro. Freaking sitting back there, you know what I mean? Like, and even when the kids were on stage doing their thing, you can see a ray of light back there of him being proud, almost like a proud dad moment. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's and again, this is a lot about not just about him as the artist, but this is a lot about the organization and everything that he's put forth to make these things happen. Right? So powerful. Yeah, that's amazing.
Well, I'm excited for you because you all right. So we've been friends for a long time, and we always run these things. We always joke. We always have the same passing. First of all, I always joke because I never know what country or where you are. And I see Michael. I'm always like, hey, how long you in Jersey for? 48 hours. You're on the road. What's going on? And obviously, I think of the world of you. One of the beautiful things though was when I'd mentioned this to you. And this is what, goes back to what Ron was saying about you and what I know about you. And, just one of those things when you're like, oh, my friend's like a Kobe Bryant of the music. You know what I mean? It's like that person. And so I just mentioned to you, I'm like, oh, we're doing this thing and this music thing. And immediately you go, it's for the veterans? And I go, yeah. And you go, yeah, I'm in. And then you're sitting next to me and I go, what? And you go, yeah, let me see my phone real quick. And you open it up and you go, yeah, I'm open. I'm in. And you didn't even, without even a thought about it, you were like, you heard what it was for, didn't even know Ron was part of it. You were like, I'm totally in, opened your calendar, put it in there. And it wasn't even, I could tell it wasn't even a favor to me. It was just because you wanted to do it because it was for a good cause. And then I told Ron, and Ron was like, wait, Michael's coming? And I'm like, oh, this is going to be even better now. Everybody's coming in. But it goes back to what Ron was saying about you and how much I love you. And the fact that, even the thought of just being like, oh, this isn't like to me and Chris and we're thinking about this thing. And we're like, yeah, we got this little, event we're trying to, sponsor and help out. And you were like, I'm in. I don't even, it's all good. So I greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, it's my honor.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I've been trying, like Ron was joking. I'm in between the two towers of gorgeous.
Still the coolest guy in the room, bro.
Still the coolest guy.
Still the coolest guy in the room, bro.
You can always tell. All of a sudden, Michael walk. I always laugh because Michael walked over. There'll be an instrument I've never seen anyone touch. He walks over. He's like, ding, 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 and all of a sudden he's like, and he turns over and he's in, and I'm like, holy shit! Like, what is going on? How many things do you do? It's incredible. But so you're home for like a day. And you're flying back out. I'm curious, like, what's in the universe for you right now? What are you up to?
I'm on Supertramp's on a break right now. Still touring full time. Doing a lot of modern house music.
Yeah,
a lot of collaborations with some formidable DJs, and we're just doing great collaborations.
That's cool.
Dance, house music, and saxophone and keyboards. And just coming up with some new stuff, and it's a lot of fun. Tomorrow I'm leaving for Los Angeles in the morning. I'm doing a fun thing with a bunch of comedians I'm doing a roast tomorrow night in LA.
Oh, that's fucking cool as
So
shit.
it's like a kill.
Bro,
It's like a
bro,
Kill
really?
Tony
They
movie.
kill Tony
doing
thing?
Kill
No,
Tony?
I'm not doing Kill
Oh,
Tony.
no,
No,
this
but
is
it's like that?
It's like
Oh, that's
Comedy
gonna be
Central-
fun, bro.
Comedy Central thing. And
Yeah.
it's gonna be a lot of fun.
It's gonna be on Comedy Central?
I did a TV show for Comedy Central where I was like the Paul Shaver, the band leader,
Yeah.
years ago. And it was called the Chris Wilde Show. Comedy Central came out with a new block. Dave Chappelle, Dave Attell, and Chris Wilde were the three young comics. Obviously, Chappelle's legend,
Yeah.
legends.
A
Dave
monster
Attell's one of the
comedy.
greatest
Dave
comedians
Attell's
ever.
one of my favorite comics, and this guy Chris Wilde, he was 22 right out of college. They should have given him a couple years to grow a little, but he came in hot, and so he's having a big event tomorrow in. I'm actually not sure.
Yeah,
where
no,
it
we can't
is.
say.
I'm not
That's
sure
you
where it
travel.
is.
Like, find in LA. I know it's somewhere.
Somewhere in LA.
Somewhere. It's
Somebody's
TV gig.
picking me up.
It's on
I'm gonna
Saturday,
be there.
so someone's gonna pick me up. But so I'm gonna do the music for that on Saturday. It'll be a lot of fun.
That'll be
and then
fun, bro.
I'll see you Sunday night. I'm back in town Sunday night.
Nice.
So let me ask you, man, on a note, saxophone. Why? As a kid, what made you go for that
I'll
instrument?
tell you exactly why, and it's still very traumatic. When I was
so glad I
when
brought it
was-
up.
My dad was a teacher in my high school, which could be the bane of anyone's existence.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Because if students or teachers don't like that teacher, you live in a locker.
Yeah.
So fortunately, I was very lucky to have just a very, very cool, just a fantastic teacher and a great human being. But when I was 7, we had a chance to play an instrument in school, and he goes, "You're going to play an instrument. What do you want to play?" And I said, "I want to play drums." And he said, "There's not a chance of that. You're going to play saxophone." And I was like, "Why are you? Why are you?" First of all, why did you ask?
I was gonna say, he wanted you to believe you had an option.
Yeah. And I was like, and the other was, "Why are you mad at me?"
Right.
Because what 7-year-old
Why do you
wants to
hate me?
carry that suitcase? You got to carry it. You didn't leave it in school. You had to bring it home and practice it. So
Yeah.
I had to carry like that big, just a big giant wooden box to school every day
Yeah.
for from 3rd grade to 12th grade, and it sucked. Everything about I tried to mount wheels on it. I tried to do everything that I could to escape it. But I'll tell you what, it clicked.
Yeah.
And we were kind of talking about this before. There was something that clicked, and I really enjoyed it. Obviously, the guitar players were cooler, the drummers were cooler, and I had to be in the marching band, which was so good for my social existence.
Gotta be so many
Your
girls.
height,
So
your
good.
younger ears. They just keep getting better and better, Michael.
Well, my parents were just like, "Listen, you're not that great a student. You should be like in the marching band, the orchestra. You should be helping senior citizens. Do some
Join the
veterans
service,
events,
something.
Join the service. Just do as much as you can to help yourself." But that's the saxophone story. And then when it came time to get out of high school, I had no idea what I wanted to study in college, but I was very lucky to have some sports offers. So I played baseball and soccer for Rutgers.
Oh, nice.
And they have a fantastic jazz program. So I somehow got into that, and that was that.
Wow.
And then a couple years, my senior year, I got a gig with Elton John,
That's amazing.
and it was
You worked out a lot better than I did, dude.
That's the story.
Yeah, no, my parents made me pick an instrument too, and they made me pick a guitar, but the guitar was twice as big as me. And it was a used guitar with a used case that was falling apart. And I was already going to a private school on a public school bus. So I was already wearing a suit and tie, dressed different than everybody else.
Yeah.
And then I had to carry this guitar case that was bigger than me that was falling apart. Everybody made fun of me. It would fall open, dude. Pieces were coming off as I'm walking, and I finally got to a point where that guitar accidentally hit a tree. I don't know how. I don't know how that happened.
Well,
but the tree came out of nowhere.
I know.
I'm just saying.
I know how that.
You know what I mean?
I know exactly how that happened, and I'm not going to take any more time. But in 8th grade, at our jazz band finale for the year, that's for the band. That's the closest to cool you're going to get. And we're all wearing these outfits. Everyone's allowed to wear shades, and I have a big solo, and I get up, and I've done it a million times, and I'm psyched, and I get up in front of the crowd, and everything I've ever learned goes out of my mind, and I deer in the headlights.
Oh,
And then I turn and I walk off stage and I take it off the neck strap and I throw it against the brick wall as hard as I can.
Oh,
It came out of nowhere. Came out of nowhere. I hate when that happens. Like, it's like, I wanted to see if it could fly. It did. It did not land very well.
Yeah.
I did not see the wall in my way.
and now we know.
Now we know. We learned wall stronger than saxophone.
Yeah.
Tree stronger
But everything
than
worked out.
guitar.
Yeah, it definitely all
Everything
worked
worked
out.
out.
Glad you went back and picked it back up. So
Yeah, dude, what a blessing.
well, look,
Thank God for the trauma. Thank God for the trauma.
See, trauma is an important part of life. But no, I just wanted to make sure we took a time to say thank you. I know how important, how much it means to us here, your time, how much it's going to mean to the veterans and everybody out there watching. So I just want to say thank you.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you,
This
man.
is an honor. It is absolutely my favorite song to play.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I love it, dude. So it's one of the only songs that make me cry.
Absolutely.
So I'm not going to watch it. Just go with the
All right.
corner.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to have the veterans get set up behind us. We're going to get everything ready. As we're doing that, if any of you want to come up and give a shout out, you can. And you are going to hear our first ever live performance on Advice Unfiltered with Chris and Tony and everyone that's here. So if you guys want to go ahead and get shuffled back, you guys can all get set up as artists, and we will get ready to go live. So, sir, thank you so much.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
All right, I'll take that.
Awesome.
All right, let me don't block the camera. There you go.
Hey.
Why, hello, Valerie. Come on, go ahead, sit down real
Have a
quick.
seat, Valerie.
Thank you.
Welcome to The Price is Right.
Valerie, I feel like you're going to be speaking for everybody over here. So are you ready for this moment? Are you ready? We're going to quiz you. Are you ready? I'm just kidding.
What's my name?
You tell us,
Do we need a mic?
can you, I'm going to give it to her. It's fine. Oh, here. Actually, you know what? Let's give her a mic.
Let's give her a microphone.
Can you, all right, as a representative of the group here, can you tell us what the organization's meant to you and really kind of, where you're at with it right now?
I've been with Soldier On for now for 2 years, a little over 2 years. I went there on tax day, so that was a memorable day for me in my life. The community is amazing. The people there, we're like family. So these are my brothers. I'm here with my brothers today.
Love that.
Yeah. So it's anything that you need, anything you can imagine, food, clothing, obviously shelter. We live in a beautiful place with community rooms, different organizations come in, we bingo, different outings, different trips. But the main thing for me is the appreciation that they share that you're a veteran, right? And so everybody always says, thank you for your service.
Yeah.
But it means much more for the people that live there because you know that people respect you, right? Depending upon the community that you come from, a lot of people don't even know that you are a veteran, right? So especially here, for me in Monmouth County, they really go the extra mile.
I always feel that about Monmouth County. I always feel like the people here, the community, really support a lot of the organizations. Even Michael and Ron talking about how great the musical community is here. When you became part of, do you remember your first day? You remember first walk? Were you the one who wanted to rap? I'm just to throw it out there.
I did ask.
See?
That's awesome.
I could see the smile on her face in the story. She was like, "That was totally me." She was like,
"Yeah, I did ask."
No, what was your first day like?
My first day, I just come from Veterans Haven North in Hunterdon County. So I was fortunate because I packed a lot of stuff. I had a big moving truck. So people thought I had all this stuff. But I took the donations that the people in that community gave us so that I could share it with other people. So there were blankets, there were sheets, there were jackets, there were socks, men's clothing, women's clothing. So my first day, it was interesting because I made sure that I let the case managers know that I loved Asian food because I spent a lot of time. I've been to Guam, Korea, Philippines, Japan.
You've got the authentic food.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I just let them know that I was a Black Asian.
You just threw it out there.
That explains why you smell good. When you sat down,
Yeah.
I was like, she smells good. Yeah.
Black Asian. But I do love Asian food.
Nice.
So, yeah, very, I felt that, when they told me welcome home, that I felt calm. I felt settled. Right. I felt like I could breathe. And then I have a nice place to live in. You know,
That's amazing.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
That's
totally.
awesome. That's
Yeah.
very cool. Very, very
Is
cool.
there anything you can tell everyone who's about to hear you guys perform? Just ultimately, if they were thinking about joining an organization like this, maybe they're afraid, maybe they haven't taken that first step. Can you tell everyone out there something about taking the courage to join a group?
Well, as far as this group and how we came about, it actually is a collaboration. So when you see the video on YouTube, that I believe we have over 500 views.
Let's
Just
go,
saying.
girl.
Just
By the way-
saying.
by the
Just
way-
saying. Just saying.
We are going to know that.
But that was a collaboration between Massachusetts and New Jersey to involved.
Yeah.
So you'll see people in that group that you may not see here, but they're here in spirit. But as far as joining the group, just Voices of Valor in and of itself, they make you feel like family. And everything, every lyric, every word, every verse comes from your heart, right? So that's the best part about it, is that you get to, sing a little bit, but more so it helps you to heal, right? The lyrics that touch your heart. And then the people in our group, how they shared their stories and different experiences that they had. That was, for me, it was breathtaking, because it was like, wow, there's somebody that's been through what I've been through.
Yeah.
Somebody who knows what it feels like. So for me, and if I could speak for other people, the music helps uplift you, right? And then the beauty of YouTube, you can go back and revisit that moment again and again.
That's
So it's great.
So-
So you're part of the community that lasts on forever, right?
And by the way, 500 views. That one on the bottom is at 17,000. So you've already smashed your record. So we're working on it. So what we're gonna do is, have you go back there, Chris. If you go on this side, let everyone intro themselves, and then we'll get this thing going. So
I'll introduce the band for you.
yeah.
guys.
So all
Do a
right.
whole
So
thing here,
you
right?
got, are there mics on?
When you
Oh,
introduce
yeah.
them,
All right, so
ask them
gentlemen.
what branch. Ask them what branch.
What branch, sir? Sir, who are you, and what branch are you from?
My name is Joe Hickman. I'm with the U.S. Army.
All right, here, I'll give it to you guys if you guys want to pass this way. There you go, gentlemen.
Hi, I'm Steven. I was in the U.S. Air Force.
Thomas Fraley, United States Army.
I'm Steve Greeley. I'm U.S. Air Force.
All right, Chris, want to give him that mic?
Yeah.
Here, use that one, so we don't take Ron out in the middle.
Christopher DiDomenico, and I was in the Navy, and I was also told to tell my cancer story.
Oh, yes.
So last year, while we were doing this song, to make it realize how much more it is than just a service thing. So I got diagnosed with cancer while we were doing the song. And just everything that we did, not even knowing what I was dealing with, the song really I don't know, it just brought on something more to at least me.
Yeah.
So it's like the part that I sing was like that one part, like they said, that resonates with you.
Yeah.
That was the part that got me through a little bit.
Right? Yeah, absolutely.
So it's, it just wanted to share that part. That is like,
Great, man.
and
Can we
I
ask
mean,
can we ask how you're doing?
I am cancer free 100%, not a
Do you think this process has helped your healing process through the cancer also?
Absolutely.
100%,
Absolutely.
right? It's amazing, right?
I was determined to keep a good attitude about everything and not stop my life.
It's key.
I refuse for that to ruin me.
Every doctor says that. The biggest thing is your mindset.
Absolutely.
Keep that positive attitude. Now your body can just heal itself amazingly, right?
It's that, but it's also a great group of people that
Yeah,
support you like
100%.
there's no tomorrow.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's like
amazing.
it's
Congratulations, bro.
it's phenomenal.
Yeah, that's awesome. Dude. Congratulations, bro.
Thank you.
All
right. Yes. Dear?
Valerie Johnson, United States Navy.
All right. Yeah.
Hi, everybody. I am Jed, by the way. I'm not sure if I'm not
It's
sure
been
if I was
so
in the
long
shot
since I've
earlier.
seen you.
That's true. We saw each other before. I am not a veteran myself, but I am a psychology mentor at Music for All Seasons, and I'm a proud friend to all of these veterans that were here today. So proud to be your friend. So proud to have worked with all of you guys. It's such an honor to have known all of you. It's just amazing stuff. And I just wanted to say, you know, as somebody who works in health and somebody who works in public health now, I think too often nowadays people say, like, I don't know if you guys hear this often, but it's like, I don't owe you anything. You know, I don't owe you. We honestly, as a community, we owe each other community. And that heals so much. You know, I think everybody here is a testament to that, myself included. Yeah. All right. So give it up for these guys, everybody. Give it up for these guys.
So all right, as we go, we have a special message. And then following the special message, we will go ahead and let Michael Geegan do his thing. So are we ready on the special message? Yeah, we do. It's from John.
Oh,
John
yes,
Stewart.
John Stewart. John Stewart's got a special message for all you guys.
Love you, John Stewart.
That's right.
This is exciting.
That's right.
So here's a special message from John Stewart. And right after the special message, we are going to go live.
Hey guys, John Stewart here. I just wanted to congratulate Music for All Seasons on, 35 years? 35 years? Geez, that's only a year older than me. 35 years. 35 years, though, of bringing the healing power of music to people who need it. Hey guys, John Stewart.
All right. Are we ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to introduce the Voices of Valor. This is Two Minds, right? Two Minds? Yeah, Two Minds. First time. There you go. Go ahead, Mike. Do your thing, bro.
Okay, you guys all set?
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys
Ready
all
when
set?
you are.
Cool. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Midnight, alone with just my worries. Moonlight, living on my stories. Trying to keep my head from spinning. Crying, 'cause I'm back at the beginning. Still here, gotta keep on moving. I'll keep looking forward till I see a better place. Give me strength to get me through the day. Give me faith to help me find my way. Let me walk a mile in your shoes so I can see another point of view. Oh, 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 sunrise, a brighter day is dawning. Blue skies helps me through my morning. New day, I can hear the calling. New way to help me keep from falling. Rising, gotta keep on climbing. I'll keep moving forward till I find a better place. Give me strength to get me through the day. Give me faith to help me find my way. Let me walk a mile in your shoes so I can see another point of view. Whoa, 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 we made it home. We're not alone. 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 Give me strength to get me through the day. Give me faith to help me find my way. Let me walk a mile in your shoes so I can see another point of view. So give me strength to get me through the day. Give me faith to help me find my way. Let me walk a mile in your shoes so I can see another point of view. Whoa, 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 whoa,
Yeah! All right. So first off, I want to give a huge shout out. What was the band's name again?
Two Minds. Shout out to Two Minds.
Two Minds. Shout out
First
to Two
off,
Minds.
thank you all for your service, man. That's what's that for me.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Absolutely.
First off, we want to give a special shout out, not only to Soldiers On, Two Minds. We also want to give a huge shout out and thank you to first off Retro Media Studios here in Red Bank.
Yeah,
and
thank you so
Adam,
much.
wherever you are, thank you so much,
thank you so
Adam.
much for
We
being a part,
appreciate you. We want to give a shout out to the Shared Universe, Ming and Christian, for you guys coming on stage and coming here and putting all the equipment together. We really appreciate it. Obviously, huge shout out to Mr. Ron Haney, who, you know, was so gracious enough to be here and help out and everything he does. And yeah. And also special shout out to one of my good friends, Michael Geegan. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. We
Still
appreciate
the coolest
it.
guy in the room.
Still, by far, the coolest guy in any room I've ever been in.
Guy in the room.
But most importantly, we want to give a shout out. We're going to give Canberra a chance to just tell where they can find, where they can donate, where they can share, where they can be a part of what you do. A special thank you from me and Chris. We cannot explain to you how meaningful it is to us to be a part of your family and your organization. We appreciate it greatly. But can you tell everyone where they can find you guys and how to donate, all the good stuff?
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much. Musicforallseasons.org is where you can find all the information. You can also look at voicesofvalor.org. And in the show notes, you will find a Give Butter link that provides information on donations and tickets if you want to sponsor the event on November 9th. The Liberty House in Jersey City.
Don't look at me because I'm the worst at it. You looked at me.
I know. Liberty House in Jersey City.
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
But you guys are amazing, and this sounded so great. So thank you so much. And Michael, you learned that in like 5 minutes. I'm so impressed.
He walked in and absorbed it. He was like, I'm good.
I'm good. I feel the atmosphere.
Advice Unfiltered. Thank you so much for everything you guys do. Really.
Yeah,
of course.
Look, and as always, as we end the show, on my part, huge thank you not only to the veterans, everybody here, the community. If you're watching the show, please, if nothing else, buy a ticket, come visit. If you're out there and you want to sponsor a great event, I mean, this event's huge. And even if not, even if you could just, we talk about it all the time, $5, $10, every little bit helps. 35 years of what we talked about with Ron of showing up.
Yeah.
And if this organization can show up for 35 years, then I want you to have the courage out there to find organizations like this that can help you. So if you're dealing with trauma, PTSD, you have nowhere to turn, you think you're alone. Chris says it all the time. We promise you, we promise you, we promise you. Whew, I get emotional. You are, I know, you are not alone, and the world is not a better place without you in it. You need to be here. I promise you, we will miss you and we care about you. So please don't ever make that decision. And as always, when we bring the show to a close, Mr. Christopher David.
I was the coolest guy in the room. Sorry, it's cool, Michael. It's cool. We're still friends. Still friends. Now, listen. Listen. We've come a long way. We've done a lot for the community itself, but the good thing I know something about law, because if I didn't, Karen wouldn't be here. So again, it was the fact I knew something about law is why she got turned on by the show, right? Thank you to all of you, for being here. And standing up for what's right, man. Like I always ask this of everybody that comes on the show.
I know.
Right? Was it easy? Was it? Any of it easy?
Easy.
Was it easy? To do everything was easy? Was it?
You know what? Can I just tell you one really, really funny thing? We work with this group up in Paramus, and this one guy is a paratrooper. He's 92 years old, seen, done it all, not afraid of anything. The only time he's ever been afraid is when we asked him to sing on a mic.
So I'm going to correct you on all that. No, it's not easy. It's not easy. But the big question is it worth it? Yes, it's 100% worth it, right? So showing up, building that community is always 100% worth it. And that's one thing that we do well, right? We bring the community together.
We show up.
We're here. You know what I mean? We connect. So listen, again, Karen, thank you. Thank you to all of you. Again, check out Voices for Valor. Tickets are on sale now for $250. They will be for $270 after the holiday weekend. So make sure you order them now. Looking for sponsors for the show too. Again, come check out the show. We will be there. Bo Derek will be there. We will all be there. Again, if you want to be a part of something, be a part of this community. Not only does it give back, but it actually makes a difference in other people's lives. So that's huge. Excuse me. Yeah, excuse me. I get a little emotional too. But as always, we believe in you. We believe in the best in you. This is Advice Unfiltered, Voices of Valor, the two men, Mike, Karen, we're all here. Thanks for watching. We appreciate you. Let's hit this fucker home.
Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night, everybody.
All right.